Fall forward, spring back. At 8 years old, Nola O'Connor had already been late so many times she figured she'd go on that way forever. She'd be late for her first job, her college graduation, her wedding. It didn't seem to matter much if the groom liked her enough. He waited. The summer after Noel finished second grade, her family moved from Arizona to Colorado. The move brought new friends, a new school, and a new home. But one thing did not change. Nola was still late for everything. The first Friday in November, Nola Cheater sent the class home with reminder that daylight saving time ended that weekend. Before you go to bed Saturday night, remember to adjust your clock an hour, he said. Spring forward, fall back. And if you like parade, don't forget the fall festival on Sunday. Nola had never witnessed the parade. Her friends said the fall festival parade has always inspiring floats, animals, live music, and dancers on stilts. She really wanted to see it. That night at dinner, Nora asked her mom if they could go to the parade. I won't be here, Mom reminded her, but I'll bet Pablo would take you. Pablo was Nola's big brother, 16 and always sleepy. He would be in charge while their mom was away. Can you take me to the parade? Nola asked Pablo. There will be floats. Root beer floats? Pablo asked. Nola laughed and so did Mom. The parade at 10 o'clock, Nola said. We have to change our clock so we don't miss it. That's right, Mom said. You've never had to change your clocks before. Unlike most states, Arizona didn't observe daylight saving time, so Nola had never thought much about it. She thought about it now, though. I don't really get it, she confessed. Are we actually saving daylight? Or are we moving it around? Moving it around, Mom said. In November, people in states that observes daylight saving time set their clocks back an hour, so the sun rises early in the morning, or seems to, and set early in the evening. In March, they do just the opposite and the sun sets later. Crazy stuff, Pamela yawned. On Saturday morning, their mom kisses them both goodbye, got in her car, and drove to the airport. That night, as Nola got in bed, she thought back to her teacher instructions. Spring forward, fall back. Or what was it? Fall forward, spring back. Nola hesitated. Forward sounds better, so he set a clock forward an hour. Just like that, she saved an hour of the day. Now it was past her bedtime. Late again. Time, Nola sighed, is not my friend. Nola overslept the next morning. When she woke up, her clock said 10:15. He rustled her brother out of bed. They ran over to Grand Avenue. When they reached it, though, no crowd greeted them, no floats, no marching bands. Were they so late? They missed the parade entirely? Nola hung her head in dismay. They turned around and headed home. But back on the street, they spotted something. It was their neighbor, Frank, climbing around next to a gigantic, bright orange something. Could this be a float? They walked over for closer inspection. It was a float, an 8-foot pumpkin set up on a trailer. Frank turned and saw them standing here. He lit up like a jack-o'-lantern. "The early bird gets the worm," he cried. Nolan and Pablo looked at each other. Pablo had never been early for anything in his life either. "Climb on up here, Sonny, and give me a hand with this wrench," snapped Frank. "You too, Missy." They climbed up beside the oversized pumpkin and Frank put them to work for more than an hour. Pablo hammered. Nola glued orange tissue paper in place. They arranged giant fig leaves and wine around the giant fig pumpkin. When they were done, the float looked fantastic. "So," Pablo said at last, "I guess you are all ready for the next year parade." Frank looked confused. "Next year?" he cried. "When you're my age, Sonny. You don't plan for next year. Put your seatbelt on. We've got a parade to get to." Just then, Nola and Pablo heard the first note of marching band. They blinked in confusion. "Wait a minute," Nola said. "Wasn't the parade at 10 o'clock today?" "Was at 10?" Frank cried. "Will be at 10 is more like it." He tossed his ring watch toward them. Pablo yawned. "Your watch says 9:30, he said. Nola laughed for joy. "I fell forward," he said. "I need to fall back." Nola had sprung forward an hour when everybody else had fallen back an hour. That meant she and Pablo were now 2 hours ahead of everybody else. For once in her life, they were early. "You woke me up 2 hours early," Pablo cried. "The early bird gets the worm," Nola cried. Frank nodded. "You got it now, Missy," he said. Pablo yawned. It was all a big mistake, but it turned out to be a great mistake. It is why they rode in the parade on Frank's giant pumpkin float, and why they've ridden with Frank every year since. It is also why, from that day to this, Nora O'Connor has made sure to be early for everything. 2 minutes early, though, not 2 hours.